you guys are getting ready to release Maximum Overload in a couple weeks now, man. And dude, it's a killer album. I mean,
oh, thanks.
it is awesome. It's the follow up to The Power Within, man. Tell me a little bit about this record and really what it says about Dragonforce to you.
Well, I guess it's just kind of like that's just how we are in 2014. Like it kind of, we just kind of, I mean, if we do a new record, we just sort of write a bunch of songs that make us happy and that we enjoy playing, and that's kind of, that's just sort of, I never like to say any album's better than or worse than another one. I just think that's kind of how we are right now, and which is like, which is cool. We tried to keep the same. What I would like to do is the only thing we do like to do, which kind of comes naturally anyway, is just like, I don't like to change too much because, I think I'm still happy playing the kind of style we play, fast and like with the big choruses and all the guitar stuff and that, and like, but so we kind of keep the stuff that the main points of the band, but we try and add some new things on each record. There's a lot of new kind of instrumental sections and stuff that we've never done before. And yeah, I mean, so it's just kind of Dragonforce, what people kind of are used to, but with a bunch of new stuff chucked in there too.
Yeah, Dragonforce, you guys definitely have a sound that everybody is really used to and that you guys are really known for. But I mean, is it also important to kind of still, this far into the career, still try to expand and evolve a little bit? And how do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, it's like, like I said, I don't like bands when they change too much. I mean, like, I don't think I'm the only person that didn't exactly think Say Anger was the best album in the world. You know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of like an extreme example. But yeah, I mean, I just always I always thought, well, if I want to listen to something, I understand why bands want to completely change because maybe they get bored or whatever. Like, and that's totally up to them. That's fine. But for me as a listener, like, I always thought, well, if I want to listen to something different, I'll just go and listen to another band. I want this band to sound like that, which is why I kind of think, I mean, Slayer are still really cool because they've kind of stuck to what they do, like, and I really love that, and I wouldn't want to hear them do anything else.
Right.
So I mean, that's kind of what but at the same, I think the reason we do new stuff as much as anything is just because, you've got to keep yourself happy too. So, even though it's kind of, we're getting some different parts in there and instrumental sections and stuff, the basic, the kind of, the main idea of the band is still there. We're still playing fast, we've still got the big choruses, and we've still got all the, what people know. So it's just about like, I mean, you just play what music makes you happy, and I guess if we didn't enjoy playing kind of what we always play, we wouldn't. So
right. Is that also kind of what led into doing the cover? Because this is, on this record, you guys do the first cover you guys have recorded with Johnny Cash. What led to deciding to do that at this point in time?
Well, when we first started, we actually always said, me and Herman especially, we said, let's never play a cover because it's really lame, and that was just kind of what we thought. And I think the main reason why I got put off doing a cover in the beginning, and we said, we'll never do that, is because I've got like so many albums, and they've got covers of like, if it's like the B-side or the bonus track, and I was always like, 90% of the time, they were always just playing it exactly the same as the original, at the same tempo, and for me, I just thought it was kind of boring. I was like, well, I'll listen to it once, but I'm not going to listen to it like, if it's kind of the same as the original, I'd rather just listen to the original.
Right.
So that's why I kind of wondered why people even bothered doing that. And I was always like, so I thought we knew we never wanted to do that. And then I guess the reason why we said let's do one now is because we never have done one, like for 10, 12 years, or however long we've been going. We were like, well, maybe now, actually, it might be kind of fun because, like, no one's ever heard us play something that wasn't our own music, and we've never tried it. So, we just kind of thought the time's right, like one of those things that you'd never wanted to do in the past. And then the reason we chose that was because I wanted to, like, make it, like I said, we didn't want to play some other metal band. We don't want to do a cover of Master of Puppets and play exactly the same, so we like, let's do something different that people, but we wanted people to enjoy it as if it was another Dragonforce song, and not just kind of like check it out once and go, that's kind of funny or wacky or whatever. We want people to actually enjoy it as though it's one of our songs. So that's why I thought that particular song does kind of lend itself to our style, even though it's very different. The melody line and stuff of the vocals and even the lyrics, you know, Ring of Fire. How many times have we said fire in our songs? Like, quite a lot. So it just kind of, I just thought that would work. So we'll see. Maybe people will say it's very stupid, but I like it anyway.
I guess we'll find out. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
For me, I think cover songs have become kind of just real, like you said, really overdone. And I mean, when a lot of bands are starting out, obviously they're gonna do a lot of cover songs. But I mean, with metal, I mean, doing a Metallica cover or something like that is so overdone and easy. So it's cool to see.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's cool to see something like Johnny Cash being covered. You know, because you always see the Slayer or the Metallica or, you know, the Exodus cover somewhere in there, but you never see a Johnny Cash cover anymore.
Yeah. I mean, but I even find, but even when bands play like and I just find, I mean, of course, I'm not here to say what people should do and what they shouldn't, but I just personally find it really boring. I mean, even when bands take a cover that's like not a metal song, they kind of still just play it the same. Like, I watched this band, I watched like, even though I'm not a huge fan of them, but this band Asking Alexandria the other day, and they were playing a Duran Duran song, which I kind of thought, and I was like, yeah, that could be cool. But they still played it exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, so even though it wasn't a metal band, yeah, I thought it was. I still was like, well, why didn't they mix it up a bit? You know, why didn't they like turn it into their own style? Right. That would have been kind of more fun.
Add some metal to it or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we got, otherwise it would be this. You know, I mean, that's just my personal taste. But like, but yeah, so that was the kind of thing.
It's also
cool.
It's just, for me, it's the same thing as a live album. They're so overdone anymore that it's hard to find a live album that's really, really, really good because everybody's doing live albums. You know, it's the same thing with
exactly.
They're overdone, but every once in a while you'll find that one cover or that one live album that's done really well that takes you off guard. And
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, my favorite one of my favorite covers probably this band Sonata Arctica. They did a cover of Scorpion's song "Still Loving You," and it was like I just enjoyed it as much as the rest of it. It was off an EP, but like, and I don't even like the original that much because it's kind of slow and I think it's a bit depressing. But like, their cover was like totally upbeat and catchy like the rest of their songs, and I was like, man, this is cool. Like, I didn't care whether I liked the original or not. I just thought this is cool because it's not their song, but it's in their style, and it sounds like a great song that could be theirs, which is, you know, that's kind of the idea, I think.
Right, and this is also the first time you guys worked with an outside producer, being that with Jens on this record. At what point did you guys decide, let's work with an outside producer, and really, what did he bring to the final product of the record?
Well, we kind of like decided it, well, I guess just before we even started writing the songs, actually, we kind of decided let's go with someone else in a different studio this time, because, I mean, we did all the other old records on our own, and I really love the result. You know, I think they all turned out really well, but we just kind of thought, well, maybe we can't do the same thing forever, you know, even though I was quite happy to keep doing that, but, you know, you don't want to end up getting stuck in a rut without even realizing it. Right. So we thought, you know, maybe we need someone to kind of challenge our own way of working, you know, because we sort of think we know what we're doing, and like I like to think that we do, but at the same time, yeah, it's good to like have someone, you know, no one's telling us, oh, do this or do that, you know, we just kind of think we know best. Like, right. So it's maybe, so we were like, you know, we should actually challenge ourselves and have someone, you know, saying, well, maybe we should do it like this, and so yeah, I mean, and then we chose him just because we saw that he'd done a lot of great albums. You know, he's done like Creator and Opeth and Devin Townsend, all different styles, which we kind of thought were all things that we like, even though none of them actually sound like us. And we just kind of thought, well, that might work, and luckily it did, because I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't like the end result. But like, luckily, I mean, and yeah, so he just kind of brought. I mean, the songs were already written before we went there, but I guess he kind of just, the overall sound and mix and everything, that's kind of where he came in, and the way we recorded it was a bit different with him as well. He was kind of like, you know, we were sitting there on the clock with him going, all right, yeah, normally I'd play something 100 times on my own time to get it so perfect, which is, it kind of got to an almost ridiculous perfection level because we were working on our own time. And he was like, no, man, that's good, that's fine. I'm like, no, I can play it better. And he was like, no, trust me, it's fine. And so I think in a way, not that it was badly played, but because it wasn't such this ridiculous perfection level that we'd forced ourselves to become, like, it kind of gave it a bit more of a live feel, which is, you know, I don't want to make that come across as sounding like it was sloppy, because it wasn't, but yeah, just, I think that definitely gives it a cool feel too, so yeah, definitely a good thing to do.
Was it was the transition over was it easy to get into the process of working with Jens and the outside producers on this one, or was it tough at first?
Well, I mean, the main problem is I hate arguing with anyone, because I'm just not that kind of person. I was like, oh man, like if he feels really strongly about something, I'm going to have to argue about it to get my way. And that kind of sucks, because I just don't like doing it. And there was a few times, like, he just wanted something done, and I was like, no, that's just not going to happen, because he's not really into our style of music, right? Like, as a fan, so like he would go, oh man, that's cheesy, and I was like, no, it's not cheesy, it's just that's how we are, like, you know, like, and so we had a few arguments of that kind of stuff, not too many, luckily, but like there was a few, and there was some other things that he wanted to he wanted to do, and I was like, nah, man, it's just not going to happen. So we kind of had to, like, you know, balance it out, but we got there in the end, and as bad as I was kind of scared that it might be. So yeah, I mean, we definitely for the few kind of arguments and things we didn't agree on, there was a whole bunch of really cool sort of things that we did agree on, that, you know, that sort of new sounds to the band.
Awesome. And we got Matt from Trivium on a couple songs on this record too, which is a really cool collaboration and team up on this one, because we got Dragonforce and we got Trivium on one record, which is really cool. And you guys go back with Trivium a while, so was it a pretty easy decision, kind of a no-brainer to bring Matt in for a couple tracks? Yeah. Well, actually, me and Herman were too scared to ask him, because we've known those guys for ages, like. And they were nice guys, and we toured with them and stuff, and like, but we were like, oh man, he's just finished touring, he's not going to want to go and record vocals for our album, like, and so we thought we'd probably only got a bit of holiday, you want to go home and relax, so we said, oh no, let's not ask him, like, and then Fred was like, oh fuck it, I'll ask him and see what happens, like, and so he asked him, and Fred was like, oh, he said he'll do it. We were like, oh really, cool. And which is pretty stupid, because yeah, we do know the guy really well. We were still like, didn't want to give him more work to do it, and but yeah, no, so that worked out fine. Then we asked him the bits that we wanted him to sing, and then, but the cool thing was, he even like recorded more stuff, and he goes, oh man, I've got all these other ideas, if you want to use them you can, if you don't have to, I won't mind. And he sent us all the stuff we didn't even like. Yeah, so he kind of wrote some of his own parts, which was actually really cool. Because we just wanted him to sing along to the vocal line, which is what we've always done with the harsh stuff. And yeah, and he was like, oh man, he had all these ideas. So it was really cool. Yeah, he got right into it, and he sang all these like harmony parts along with Mark, the singer, and yeah, he did all this other like different style of shouting. And so I mean, it's not all of it's really obvious, because it's like some of it's obvious in the mix, some of it's kind of down low underneath other stuff. But it definitely brought a new. Just brought something new, which we thought was pretty cool. Awesome. With this record, I mean, we got to talk about it. You know, Dave is out. Dave has left the band. Now G is in the band on drums, and they've actually recommended him as a replacement to you guys. How has the transition been with the lineup change, and how has that been going for you guys?
Yeah, no, it's been really good. Well, actually, he's here now. We're starting our first bunch of rehearsals tomorrow. Oh, awesome. So I guess we'll find out. But yeah, no, we did have a couple of rehearsals with him before to try him out and make sure he could, like, was as good as he thought he was. But yeah, no, it's been really easy, and we're still really good mates with Dave, and, you know, like, yeah, there was no drama or anything. He just didn't want to do so much touring, and so yeah, that's been really cool. I mean, like, G's like such a great player. You know, it's always fun to play with new musicians that are like at such a high skill level, you know, like it kind of makes you play better as well. And so yeah, so it's really cool. I mean, it's not like it's a bummer that Dave's gone, of course, because he's pretty funny, you know, mate and stuff. But like, yeah, like, we just think of it as like a new chapter, but which is kind of exciting as well.
Yeah, I mean, every band, for the most part, is going to have a lineup change here and there. I mean, in a lot of ways,
exactly. Yeah.
In a lot of ways, it has to happen for some bands, for things to get fresh again and stuff like that. Sometimes, I mean,
yeah, exactly. I mean, I personally, of course, I like to see the same faces because you get to know them, and like, but I mean, there's nothing you can do sometimes. Some people, not, you know, some people don't want to do it for their whole life. So
Right.
you know, you can't. There's nothing you can do about that. And so yeah, I mean, you just kind of carry on. And yeah, and of course, sometimes it always takes a while. No, because I'm the same. I'm still a fan of like loads and loads of bands, and when some new guy comes, it always takes me a while to get used to them. But yeah, for the most part, you always kind of end up liking them. So
yeah, and it's always good. You know, it's good for fans to know that there was no drama, there was no bad blood between Dave and the rest of the band. It's just something that had to happen. You know. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those things happen, and I mean that's the best way to do it is when everybody's okay with it and on the same page, because you can both sides can go their own ways easily, and it's a good transition. It's a lot smoother, so that's good to know. Fans need to make sure that fans do know that as well. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, I always like to know the same. Yeah, myself, I don't want to know that like, some band that I like hate each other or something. I kind of think, oh man, that sucks, because they're all cool.
Exactly. And finally, you guys there's going to be a DVD that's going to be going with this record as well. Can you talk a little bit about what fans can look for on the DVD that's going to be going with Maximum Overload?
To be honest, like you're going to think I'm really stupid, but I don't even really know. There's certain things that I mean, I don't know. It's just like anything to do with sort of the business side and this kind of stuff. I'm really like, it's not my thing. I was do a lot of songwriting. That's kind of my thing. Anything other than that, I'm like, I don't know. Like, so if I say something, it'll probably be wrong anyway.
Right.
So,
we don't want to let fans think that something's going to be on there when it's not.
Yeah.
So, we don't want to.
I should really find out.
Yeah.
The funny thing, no one's asked me that yet, so I've kind of thought, oh, no, it doesn't matter. Well, maybe I should go and ask Herman what is on it. So
we don't want to be like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of behind the scenes. You can see the making of the album and all of this stuff, and none of it's on there at all. It's just music video.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, finally,
I always think it's funny though. It always says like, oh, I always see like reviews and stuff or something will be coming out and I'll be like, oh wow, behind the scenes backstage footage with the band, and I'm like, well, actually, does any fans actually think that's interesting? Because they've probably seen every single band backstage. They've probably got a fair idea what it looks like by now.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess people do like it, but it's just funny. It makes me laugh when people advertise it as, wow, this is so amazing, you're going to see what it looks like backstage. Well, I think everyone knows anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And for those who don't know, when they do go backstage, it's hardly ever as exciting and glamorous as everybody has this preconceived notion that it is. It's not every once in a while you'll get that backstage, experience that's what you think it is, but it's so rare. And so, I mean...
Yeah, totally. No, it's totally true, man.
But finally, after the record releases, I would assume there's going to be some touring. I mean, have we started looking forward to what we're going to be doing when the record comes out, and what can fans expect for the rest of the year from Dragonforce when this record releases in about 2 weeks?
Well, yeah, we've got the UK tour, which we're doing in September, October, then we're going around Europe till Christmas, and then all the stuff after that for the next year is it's all coming to the final stages of planning now. So I won't say what any actually is, because otherwise if something changes, then everyone will be like, oh, what did you say that for? You're like, yeah. But I can pretty much safely say we'll be coming to the States fairly early next year.
Okay. Awesome.
And we're coming over with a really cool band, which I think it's a really good kind of lineup for a show. It's something that I think it's going to be a really cool tour actually. So. And people can find out that if they're interested, they can. And it's going to be announced in the next sort of month or two, and yeah, it will be on the website and Facebook and all those kind of usual places.
Okay, awesome. Looking forward to all of that. Sam, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me tonight. It's been awesome. It's been fun. The new record is absolutely amazing. Fans out there listening, go check out Maximum Overload, August 19th, releasing in the United States. It's going to be releasing all over the world. Gotta check it out. It's one of the best records the band has released. And Sam, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, nice one, man. Well, thanks for liking it too.
Definitely. Cool. We'll see you soon.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Cheers.
See ya.